Yeah, a real lovely day on the river here. I want to talk about long belly casting and why it's beneficial for fishing. One of the great reasons is when you cast a long belly line, this is a 72-foot gill force shooting head. 72 feet as in measured and chopped at like 72 and a half feet, I think it was. Not, the box says 72 and a half feet and you measure it and it's really 65. Honest to goodness, 72 and a half feet. And I think it's like 1,000 or almost 1,100 grains, but it doesn't feel heavy. If you chop one of these lines, make sure you do it in little teeny increments. You don't want to cut them too short, then you're scrawed. One of the advantages of fishing with a long head like this is you really don't have to strip. But if you really want to hit a long distance cast, you can strip out some line and shoot it. It's a shooting head and it casts a really long ways. But if you don't want to strip any line, you can, it's really nice for fishing. You just pick it up, cast it, swing through, and then pick it up and cast it again. It's a floating setup here. So those are two great advantages. One cast and I'm fishing, no stripping. The great tip I want to give you is if you're wanting to get into long belly fishing, which is a great fun way to fish, and you're wanting to learn how to cast, the best advice I could give you is to go to Andrew Moy's YouTube channel, Tight Lines Fly Fishing, I believe it's called. He's out of New Jersey. He guides. He fishes. He's a great caster, an excellent instructor. The thing about Andrew is he doesn't have any kind of agenda. He's not, he's not given into any particular style or anything like that. He's totally about getting the fly to the fish and doing it in an efficient manner. He has a video about long belly casting. I'm going to link it here in my video, that if you're wanting to learn how to anything about casting, just subscribe to his channel, go through all of his videos. He's a great resource for fishing and casting all lengths of lines. But I'm going to link to how to cast a long belly Spey line. And in this video, see, this is a comp line and a fish line, a fishing line. It's a shooting head, and it's rear weighted because that's just how it's designed. It doesn't have a tail like a kite, like a lot of the tapered lines might have, like whatever. I chop all mine so they don't have a rear taper. I just chop them blunt, and that's how I fish them. I'm just used to it. And that's how this is, and it's rear weighted. It's very easy to cast as far as long lines go. But in this video I'm gonna link you to is Andrew's. This is made a few years back, and he's casting the traditional Spey line, which they're a little more difficult to cast. He's using a 15.5-foot rod and an 80-foot head. and he's an excellent teacher, and he's going to highlight what you need to do when you're first crossing over to longer lines. And his videos were a great help to me when I started my long line journey. I started with a 15-foot TFO Deer Creek Mike Kinney Bob Miser special, and I had a CND GPS Spey line, and that Spey line is a super cool Spey line, and it has a super long back taper, and that's what I learned. Of course, I eventually chopped it, but I had the devil learning how to do waterborne casts with the longer line. It wasn't a 70-foot line, but it was plenty long, and Andrew's videos helped me figure out how to get that line out there, and I just learned a ton from him. And then I was binge listening to him the other day when I was driving, and in casting, fishing, knowledge, this guy is excellent. If you're learning the Spey stuff, you would do well to binge listen to or binge watch all of his YouTube stuff. He was a pioneer in the early days of the Spey claves back east. He was on a lot of videos. He kind of took a little break there for a while, or at least I didn't see him for a while, but watch his long line casting video, any video that he's makes, and you will learn a ton. He's an excellent communicator. He doesn't talk in gibberish. He makes it totally plain. It'll really help you. I highly recommend it. And that's probably the best tip. I have one out there called Long Belly 2.0, I think. And it's good. It covers all the bases. But Andrew does a great job of explaining how to do things. And I think it's actually better. Although mine, I did get some compliments from some competition casters. Love you guys. Yeah, I got an upstream wind, so I can't cast right-handed. I'd like to do a right-handed snake roll, but with these long lines, the wind can really wreak havoc on your eyeballs. But I can do a spiral Spey. Here's another thing about fishing with these long belly lines. You don't have to fish with the whole head out. You can fish with just a few feet out, or half of it out, or a third, whatever, you know. They're still decent fishing lines. You don't have to always have the whole head out. There is that aspect of it. It's a lot of line to deal with. And also it helps to cast with if you're right-handed, be able to cast left hand up, because they take a lot of effort to cast cack-handed, especially if your shoulders are weary. You know, if you have bad shoulders, they can be difficult to cast. They can be hard on your shoulders casting cack-handed. If you can cast with your left hand up, that will really help, because your pulling muscles are stronger than your backhand muscles. Totally. and be fishing. My fly's a little cold. Oh yeah, having a good time here.